Good morning, everyone. I'm Jen Houston, owner of the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. Welcome to Wildcard Wednesday. So today's kind of theme is the wild and woolly new color combo that we randomly pick. And silly me, forgot to get the question out on Saturday. So I randomly picked yesterday using that my little wheel thing on the computer. And so here is what we ended up with. We're going to do Purple Posy, Mossy Meadow, Soft Suede, and I threw in Crumb Cake. It's actually kind of pretty. I quite like it. And hallelujah, there was no magenta madness. So those colors actually, I think they look really nice together. So I'm excited to play with them, and I'm excited to show you what my ideas are for this. Other than that, I see lots of people popping on. Amy, Donna, hello. Good morning. It's nice to see you here. How was your evening? How was yesterday? I know that I had the template challenge yesterday, and for those people who didn't see, here is, let me just show the screen here. Here is the card that I made using that template. And of course this week I'm continuing on with Birds and Branches because I absolutely love the set. Not a single person has gotten it. I'm shocked. I love it. So this template challenge was to go, I think this is 1 3/4 by 4 1/4, or 4 3/4. 4 1/4 must be. So 2 strips like this, and I popped in my favorite, which is the buffalo check. And then these little pieces here, I will put these on my website, the measurements for this. But this is that cinnamon cider, that new color. And I actually stamped in honeybee. So cinnamon cider branches and honeybee little kind of leaves, if you will. Or I guess they could be blossoms. And oh, love, love, love this color. It is Misty Moonlight. So anyways, I like this design. It was, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, that's going to be too easy. But you know, once you start getting around, you know, adding little things here and there, it actually turns out to be a really beautiful design. And so our second card today, using the color combo that we randomly selected, we're going to make a card similar to this using this template design. So I'm excited about that. Yesterday was exciting as we got pre-approved for a mortgage. You get to start looking at houses this week. That's awesome. That's awesome news. Yes. Oh, great. Great news for you, Amy. I know you've been waiting a long time, and so that's exciting. All right. So here's my foam mat. Let me just try to get my screen dropper here. Okay. Hello, everybody. I did luck out, Jean. They turned out really well. They look great together. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Nice to see everybody popping on. Thanks for sharing, Jean. You are the sharing queen by the looks of it. 3 times. Great, great. So because Birds and Branches is photopolymer, I suggest getting this paper piercing mat. It is just, it has that little extra give on it that your photopolymer stamps kind of, they don't need it, but to get a clean image, it definitely is helpful. And big bonus, they just came back in stock because they were out of stock. So there you go. Now I'm actually just going to put it under my grid paper because I know sometimes there, as you can see, you know, sometimes I did not put it under my grid paper and therefore I've got, you know, stamps all over it and whatnot. So just to keep it a little more, a little less wrecked looking, we're going under the grid paper today. Okay, so our first card is going to be, so I pre-cut some things and whatnot. I saw this kind of design on Pinterest and I thought, oh, this might look cute for our little birdies here. So I'm going to be using a card base that is in Purple Posy, and this one I cut like how Lisa Harden cuts her card bases. So I did 4 1/4 across by 11. Okay, and then I folded it in half. And then what I did was I took my trimmer and I measured, how would I have done this? This way. I measured over, probably can't see, but this, if this was in here, I measured over 1 3/4 and then just trimmed along the 1/2, and then I took this direction along that fold line and basically cut along the fold down to this line, and that just cut out a little section. Okay, so that's kind of where our card base is going to start at. I have a piece that's going on the inside, which is my crumb cake, and that's measuring at the typical 4 by 5 1/4. This was, I think, oh sheesh, 3, let me check, 2 and 1, 2, 3/8, 2 3/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, so it's almost, the mats wash very well. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean wash? Like just to wipe it off? I hadn't thought of that, but that's brilliant. Thank you for sharing that. All right, so that's going to fit just in this bottom section. Okay, but here's what I'm going to do to kind of change it up a little bit. Is that I'm going to use this, oh dear, is this the classic label because it's a large label? Not classic label. Lovely, lovely label? Shoot. Anyways, I'm just going to use this to cut out a little portion from this area. So I'll glue this all together, cut out a little portion, and that's going to give me a little dip in here to put the nest. Now I'm going to need your help here because I'm not sure if I'm going to go with the soft suede nest or the very vanilla nest. And then, of course, I'm just going to pop up this bird where this little dip is, and so that way when you open it, the bird is still on the inside, if you will. And then, of course, I've got some mossy meadow in here with our green colors. So that's kind of how we're going to put it all together. I do have some little flowers like so that we can maybe add in here and whatnot. So there's my plan for this card. Put in sink with some soap, dish soap, and rinse well. Wow. Go Gina. Love it. Okay, so let's start assembling. This is some designer series paper from the In Good Taste, which is my favorite. I rinse mine with water, also not only ink but tiny fuzzies from cardstock. Oh, you wouldn't have thought to wash it either, hey? No, not at all. I've got my liquid glue here, but you can use whatever kind of adhesive you prefer. I'm just going to glue this. Oh, I like this little piece right here on the wood, so I kind of wanted to show that off. It's a little squiggly. Hopefully it's not my blood. I don't think it is. I had a little blade trimmer accident. And it kept bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, and so I put a Band-Aid on it, and then it bled through the Band-Aid, and I'm like, wait a minute, getting it on my cards and my envelopes, and so I had to redo a few things for my order that I was working on. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna take this label punch. Just gonna slide it in. And I figured if I go to about this second little bump, you kind of line that up perfectly. So I'm pushing it all the way as far as it'll go in, and I'm just lining it up. Do you see where this little bump is and this little bump? So I figure if that should make it straight. So it's just a little portion. I'm not taking out, half the card or anything, but let's just see how will the little birdie fit in there. Yeah. And then this can go right here so that the birdie is really unaffected. Cool. Okay, but first, what should we do with this? Should we stamp some branches? What I wanted to stamp was the saying, "The good things in life are better with you," and that comes from the Tasteful Touches stamp set. Maybe we'll stamp that first, and then we can kind of go from there. I think I'm going to use soft suede because that's our kind of color feature. And let's just go kind of close to the top in the left-hand corner. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Go! Nice. And I do like the font. I think it's very pretty. I love how they do the handwritten colors on there. Should we put... We don't have to have the entire branch. We can cut a little piece. And then maybe wherever the little birdie's sitting, we could just have a little, that would be a hidden little surprise on the inside. Okay, let's, or we can stamp as well. We can just have a plain branch stamp with some, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I think first I'm just going to take this and just add a wee little bit of snail to the back of them, the birdie. This I had, come on. This birdie, I used the Purple Posy. I stamped the bird in soft suede. And then I took, I don't know if you can see, but my Stampin' Blends. Did you get my card, or is Canada Post taking forever? I do have my list. I do have my, bucket of cards I need to show off. I can't remember, Amy. Okay, so I'm just going to lay this where I kind of want it. No, whoops. I need this to go here first. Sorry. Okay, let's fold this flap down. Put this here. There we go. So now we're better able to kind of position the branch for the stamping. Let's do soft suede for the branch. What do you think? I was thinking about crumb cake, but maybe we'll do crumb cake. I don't want to get leaves right in his face. Maybe we'll go up like that. Okay. And how about just a smaller branch without re-inking if we go right there? Let's try that. Alright, now the leaves. Let me get out my Mossy Meadow. My Mossy Meadow ink pad is just bizarre. I need to I don't know, get it replaced, I think. It's pretty, it's just looks rotten or something. Now I'm just going to pre-stamp down here. I just want to see how dark it is because I did re-ink. I think it'll be all right. Okay. So I'm just going to take Mr. Birdie off here. Maybe it's Miss Birdie. And I'm going to go stamping off because you need this little space to write a few things. And that way, if it's a little lighter, you'll be able to write right over top of it. Love how these leaves line up so well, but even if you don't stamp them perfectly, they still look really good. Okay, let's just, without re-inking, let's put that there. And how about just a little collection right there. Cute. Okay, so now I'm ready to attach this to the inside of the card. Like so. Okay, Birdie. Now, I think I'm gonna, should I pop it up? Yeah, why not? Let's pop the birdie up. Well, everybody, I haven't been sleeping the last few nights. Lots on my brain. We went to an open house on Saturday. Absolutely fell in love with the place. It looks like a princess castle on the inside. Like, it's just unreal. Anyways, and so it's just a very different style because it's, so it's very elaborate. Okay, I'm wondering, I'm going to need to put him up a little bit more. Or I could trim that down a little bit. Let's trim it a little bit more. And so decisions, right? It's at the extreme top of our budget, but it has gone down in price $120,000 since January. So it's kind of like, how do you pass this up? Anyways, so I was struggling. Like, do we get this? Do we put in an offer and see how it goes? What do we do here? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. So anyways, we'll just get that there. Okay, decisions before this. Are we wanting soft suede, or are we wanting very vanilla? I think the soft suede is pretty intense, and you don't get to see all the fun weaving, if you will. So I think I'm going to go with this one. I do also want to throw some leaves underneath. Scissors. So while working with my team members yesterday, I was telling them my dilemma. And good old Lisa Harden had some great advice. She's like, what I do is if I can't decide something, is think about it as if someone was to sneak in there and buy the house before you had a chance to, would you be upset? And I actually teared up and I thought, oh. And so it kind of gave clarity and gave me my answer. I would regret for the rest of my life not having tried to get this one. So that was kind of my answer. So we went back again yesterday. the place comes furnished even. Like, and it's got like castle furniture in it. You know what I mean? Like a big canopy bed, like the dressers from the, whatever, old, and marble tile, and a stove. The appliances probably cost more than our car. Um, it's unreal. It's got, room for my art room. It's got room for people to, if I want to do card classes in my house. It's got all one level. There's only 3 people that would be on our level, which will help with the dogs. It's total concrete construction, so you're not going to hear people around you, above you, yada yada. My knees are horrible. I've had how many surgeries, and they're not great now. So, likelihood of having to, have something done in that regard, and not wanting to have to do stairs. Anyways, so this whole place can accommodate all of that. I don't need to do any stairs. I can just roll out and I'm good. So we put in our offer this morning, and so we haven't even been here at this location for a year, so I feel really bad, but to let that offer kind of bypass it, I just can't do it. I know, like furnished. We don't have that around here either. That's what I'm saying. Like, and you need like a certain style of furniture for this. Like, you can't just throw in an IKEA, cupboard, and it's crazy. So my art room will have a window. A huge, huge window. It's basically the size of a wall. So I'm so thrilled about that, because in here it just feels like I'm stamping in a closet, right? It gets hot. Oh, and that place has air conditioning. There are very few units in Canmore that have air conditioning. Like, that's just a thing that people don't do around here. So excited. Isn't that cute? Okay. And I have poked out some little purple flowers. I thought, I don't know if we want to add them or not. Just in case. I thought I had 3. Oh, here it is. So we can... maybe we could add 2. And then put one on the inside as well. We could do that. Ooh, we could put some up there. Well, yeah, we could do that. Maybe one down here, the darker one. Yeah, let's go for that. I think that'll look nice. So I'm just going to put a little bit of snail, liquid glue right here. So all that to say, your stamping friends, I find you all help me out in life. With big life decisions, with you're like friends to talk to, right? Even though I don't have many here in Canmore since moving, I haven't gone out and met people like I should. It's not my forte. It's hard for me to do. I mean, in Manitoba, I grew up there. You went to school with people, you worked with people. Here, I work in my closet, and so I've made a good friend here. One, but the rest are kind of just acquaintances. You know everybody, but it's not. You haven't clicked, right? I am kind of an eclectic sort too, so that makes it extra tricky. I kind of wanted to add this very vanilla. What do you think? Yeah, maybe right there. A little bow. My glue dots. Isn't it a beautiful color combo? I know. I so lucked out. I know. It's how it is, Roz, right? Like, I've never met a single one of you. I've never even met Lisa in real life. Like, but it's crazy how comfortable you get, how um, how close you get. We are a stamp tearing up. We are like a big happy family. It's so crazy. So, yes, I am thankful for each and every one of you. There. I think we'll go with that. And then let's add a little flower. We can, maybe down. Well, down there? Sure. Okay. Then I'm wondering, let's kind of add a little bling or something, right? Some of my favorite here, those gold metallic pearls. Let's go with those. Take your pick tool. Here we are. Let's put, I feel like this area is a little empty. I don't want to put one there. Maybe we'll just go with those. Oh, I didn't take the glue off with it. There. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there. What do you think? Isn't that a neat idea? You could also, do a little cutout for a flower. Oh, I hope to be able that you can come see now that we have. I'll maybe have quite the house. It's not a house, it's a condo. Yes, I want to have a big retreat. There. Cute, hey? I like it. There we go. So there's a neat little idea for you. Okay, last card for today is following that template kind of idea. Of course, I'm switching it up a little bit, and because that's what you do. I'm using Crumb Cake as our card base, and instead of just plain strips, what I decided to do was these dies come with this bundle. So I thought, oh, let's use those. And so I had thought, okay, I'm going to go this direction. So you just make two. I think it's 1 3/4. I also ran it through the Pinewood Planks embossing folder just to give it some wood look. So I was planning to put it like this, but then I put the middle card there, and it kind of gets rid of all that fancy frill that I just put there. So then, as I was just going on, I had the idea, well, why don't you turn it around? And that way, the frill that I put on there is going to show no matter what. Better, hey? And then I was thinking too, I could go this direction, but we'll see. I have a little piece of Very Vanilla, and I do have an extra little branch that we could put across. We can leave, we can do whatever we want here. So let's see how we're going to jazz this sucker up. I think let's start with just gluing these two down. What are your thoughts? Let's try it on. What are your thoughts if I remember how we had the brick embossing folder, and we would run ink over top, and it would just make the pattern kind of show up a little bit more. I'm wondering about doing that with either white it, or doing that with soft suede. We could even try it with crumb cake. It might be a little less intense. Should we do it? Yes, 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 do it. Okay, we only live once, right? We got to do it. All right, so starting on your grid paper, pull. Can you see how that just popped it? Okay, I feel like I can't, because you don't want to stop. I guess I can get, yeah, let's just go here. Can you see that popping up now compared to, it's kind of neat, hey? All right. Because I went through all that effort to, you know, put those pine wood planks on there. Might as well be able to see them, right? Oops. Ouch. Oh no. That's okay. That's where the knot their knot is, right? Guess we could swipe over top with a little bit of white to get up here. There, we'll kind of even it up a little. Okay. So now I'm gonna glue this like so with glue. Here we are. Now I'm just gonna put some little dots here, there, and everywhere on those leaves just to help hold them down, because I don't want them to get ripped since they're kind of right along the outside of the card. Give it a little squish. Okay, now this one. So who have you been sending cards to? Who's the last person you sent a card to? Mine was a birthday card to the gal across the hall. She came to one of my card classes, and so if you come to an actual card class of mine in town or wherever I am, I get your birthday, and so I send out a birthday card to you when it's your birthday. Now for this, what I was thinking was using the saying, just saying hello. What do you think? Okay, I think I'm going to do it in soft suede again. That is also from Tasteful Touches. You know, a lot of people having surgery. Yowzers. I suppose now that maybe they're lifting some of the restrictions, they probably have to get all caught up on. Sorry, I have to concentrate. Caught up on all the appointments they probably missed, right? Okay, just saying hello. And then I thought, let's just put some branches and flowers. What do you think? I think it'll just look pretty. We'll just make a pretty insert. So let's go in with crumb cake. I'm going to try stamping off once, see what I think. Do we want it light? Yeah, we could. Light, dark, I guess we can get all sorts. Let's go this one. Maybe there. Just a little branch there. We may need another one, we'll see. Now, I'm going to use the leaves, but let's just make it more like spring branches. I've been really slacking this month on the to-do list for today. My church and local nursing homes are first on my list. Wow, good job. It was first on my gotta have list. Yes? Wow. Here are now, since we don't have Purple Posy ink pad anymore, what you can do is use Highland Heather and just stamp off once. So here's Highland Heather. Here's basically Purple Posy, right? So never fear. In we come with these stamped off purple flowers. Very pretty. Wow. And I'm liking that I used very vanilla as opposed to Whisper White. I think Whisper White would have been too stark, right? Just going to add in a little extra something there. There. Maybe one there. Let's balance it out. There. And I don't know, we can, this was going to be my mat of Mossy Meadow. We can throw this across. I almost think it blocks all that amazing work we just did. I think it's just pretty just like that. What if, hey, Mossy Meadow, Mossy Meadow. What if we were to take the light Mossy Meadow and just do our little spits? Oh my goodness, this looks like it's coming out. Well, I'm not going to touch it with my fingers right at the moment, but there, that'll just give it a little something. What about lace? That beautiful lace. The space seems like it's getting smaller. You could do a little bow. You could wrap it around the whole thing. I think a bow. We'll try a bow if we don't like it. You can always undo it. Just keep it attached to your roll, and then you can just undo it. Cute. I like that. Just adds that extra little hit of feminine. Ooh, we could off-center it like that, even. Otherwise, you don't get much of a taste of the green, do you? Yeah, let's off-center it a little. I don't normally do that, so let's go for it. Oh, you know what? This piece is just a smidge bigger. I think I want to trim this one down. Just that 1/8 of an inch on each side, so that it's at least the same size as the main portion. 4, 2, there. Now I'm going to re-glue this. I should go this way. There's glue bits over there. Yeah, that looks better. Because then it actually kind of is even. I like it. All right, and let's pop this up. Of course. So yesterday, my team members, it was my team members day. I like it off center in this case. Yeah, it's kind of fun, right? So I showed them how to make a fun little shaper card. And they had a little challenge that they had to do. So some people did the challenge, and I made a card kind of using what the challenge requested, and turned out really cute. I'm telling you, if you want, fun little ideas and all sorts, you need to join the team. All right, what do you think? Skip my glue dots and add the little lacy bow. Cute. We could do pearls. We could do those gold metallic pearls. I feel like we need something to balance this side. Maybe we'll just put a couple, 2, 3 of those over there. Of course, you could color the pearls with your Stampin' Blends. Maybe Mossy Meadow would look cute. One, 2, 3. Ooh, I wonder if we did 1, 2, 3 down here too. Or would that be too much? Gotta know when to stop, right? No, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna let those play the part. There we go. Cute. What a simple template design. All right, so here's what we made today. Neat, hey? Love this design. I love this. I need to use this more often. It's fun. And it fit perfectly, right? It's so cute. Love it. Could even splatter some green there, or even the brown crumb cake, just to kind of loosen it up a little bit. Yeah, fun. All right, everybody. So, if you are interested in getting the birds and branches, I know you won't be disappointed, that's for sure. As you know, I am continuing this one on from last week, and because I love it. I don't think have I done that before? I don't think so. So it's a gooder. I'm enjoying it. All right, so if you're interested in getting one of these kinds of stamp bundles, it is my birthday month. And what that means is that I'm giving away 46 things to those people who place an order with me. And so far there are 3. So, which means that your chances of getting many of those items are very good. So I'm just going to split them evenly, and everybody gets things. So you can't lose out, that's for sure. Also, this month is bonus days, which means every $60 you spend, which I think this set is $63, the bundle, then you get $6 that you can use again in August, like bonus cash kind of thing. So win-win. Plus you get a beautiful birds and branches set. Plus you get how many different design ideas that I've shown throughout the past while. So I encourage you to place an order. All right. Here is where you can flip through even the catalog, just have a browse. jenhouston.stampinup.net. And then, of course, if you do order some things, if you could use that host code, that would be helpful. That's how I am able to pass out some free things for as gifts, or like my birthday, 46 things. It helps me with that as well. All right, everybody, tomorrow is Thankfully Thinking of You Thursday, and we are on the letter N. So think about people in your life whose name starts with the letter N, and we will be sending them out a card. All right, everyone, see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thanks for being my Stampin' friends. Thanks for being so kind to everybody who comments and pops on here. You are a blessing, and I know that the gifts that you have are a blessing to so many people. Love it. All right, see you tomorrow.